Right guys, welcome to today's live stream. It is the Lions up against the Stormers at Ellis Park, and it's going to be a really interesting encounter here between the two of them. We are using a new software today, and let's hope it lasts. We've done away with the normal one that we normally had, so hopefully this streaming software will work 100% for you guys. It is a little bit different from what we are used to, but we're trying new stuff and hopefully it works for the best. Let me know in the comments section if you guys can hear me loud and clear, and if the picture quality is loud and clear as well as we get into this one. We also do have a poll up on the channel here as to who will win this match. I am going to go with the ultimate, and I'm going to say that it is going to be the Lions is going to be victorious here today. Let me know in the comment section as well what you guys think of it and how things are going to turn out for them. Right, so without further ado, let's quickly go and have a look at the team lineups for this game. Bear with me as, like I said, we are using a new streaming software. So there we go. There's the Lions side for today. We've got JP Smith, PJ Botha, Ruan Dreyer in the front row, then Willem Alberts, Renard Noordnagel, Emmanuel Chichuka, Ruan Venter and Frankie Horn to complete the 8th pack. Then we've got Sanella Nahamba, Jordan Hendrickse at 9 and 10 with Quan Horn, Edward van der Merwe on the wings, and then Marius Lowe and Henko van Wyk at the midfield with Andries Kutsia completing this match 15 for the Lions. The replacements for the Lions today: Jaco Versaghi, Morgan Udia, Ruan Smit, Pieter Jansen van Vieren, Sibusisa Sangweni, Morne van der Berg, Giovanni Lombard, as well as Zander Duplessis. So just not sure how we are going to do this, but we'll see, because I can't quite make out if there's any comments at this stage at the moment. So yeah, let me know guys, as I am trying to get this going for us. Just want to see if I can maybe see the live chat and everything that's going on there, so hopefully we can sort that out in a little bit. But for now, it is game on here between the two sides, and it's going to be really interesting to see how it's going to turn out. Let's go and have a look at the Stormers lineup for today. We've got Brock Harris, Joseph Ndweba, Neetling Fouchier in the front row. Then we've got Adams van Ryn and Marvin Uri in the lock combination. Junior Pokamela, Chiva Diamani and Irfan Roos in the loose trio with Paul de Wet and Manny Libok at 9 and 10. And then we've also got Leland Zas and Angelo Davids on the wings with Sasha Ngomezulu and Dan Duplessis in the midfield with Clayton Blommetjies making the 15 complete. Then as replacements, we've got JJ Kotze, Ali Vermaak, Sazi Zandi, Ben Jason Dixon, Willie Engelbrecht, Namakaba, Herschel Jantjies and Suleiman Hartzenberg. So a very good Stormers side here as well, and we'll see how that one pans out for them. They still have their Springboks available here, so nothing to lose there, as I don't know why the Sharks seems to be the only team that has not selected their strongest side for this weekend. So yeah, just going to check where we are at with the comment sections. Do bear with me guys, we are using a new streaming software like I explained a little bit earlier on. So that is the Stormers lineup. We can quickly go and have a look through some of the stats. I did a preview video a little bit earlier on, but as you guys can see there, the Stormers on the left and the Lions on the right. The Stormers have scored 149 points to the 133 of the Lions. 17 tries apiece in this competition. I think personally both teams have had a really good season so far. I haven't watched a lot of the Lions games this season, but from the Stormers games that I've seen, they've been a great attacking side throughout, but it doesn't seem like it's showing on the stats that much. Meters gained 1,426 to 1,571. that is quite a big difference, as well as the defenders beaten 81 for the Lions to the 67 of the Stormers. But then clean breaks 28 to 27 tells you the tale there. Then on defense, the Stormers have been brilliant. They've not held back at all, and they've really given them a massive run. All the teams so far conceding only 99 points to 134 of the Lions. 9 tries conceded to the 17 of the Lions. That's a massive tally there as well. Tackles missed 62 to the 78. But one thing that they would be worried about is the turnovers lost at 67 to the 54 of the Lions, and also turnovers won 30 to 17. So it does seem like this Lions side are quite good on the breakdown or turnover ball. And when you go to the kicking, you can see that the Lions have kicked a lot more than the Stormers during the course of this URC so far. So yeah, a lot at stake here for both sides in this URC game. Before we take a break in this competition for the internationals, obviously we do have our first international game coming up after this game, where Scotland will be taking on Australia as well. So yeah, it should be a really good game then. As far as this one is concerned, again, we're going to have a look at the scrums here. The Stormers have won 25 scrums to the 21, with an 89% scrum record to the 84 of the Lions. So at scrum time, we could see the Stormers try and dominate the Lions in that department. Lineouts, they've been pretty even though, and lineouts lost 12 and 13. Lineout success of 85 and 83% respectively. So very tight in the lineout department. Then discipline is the one area where the Stormers might be a little bit worried at this stage, with the yellow cards 4 to the 2 of the Lions, 1 red card already, 55 penalties conceded, and then to the 50 of the Lions. So not a big difference there. And King SRD says, thank you for calling Sasha Ngomezulu by the name we've always known him as. Now that he is on the big stage, the media wants to call him Weinberg. Yeah, so that's not going to work for me, unfortunately. We got to know him as Sasha Ngomezulu and not Sasha Weinberg Ngomezulu, as the media are making it to be, like you say, King SRD. Also says, don't forget to like, folks. Thank you for the support, King SRD. Really appreciate the support here as we get ready for this encounter as well between the two sides. So I am going to put the scoreboard on for us here so long. If there's any request to see the lineup one more time, then don't forget to ask me in the comments section as well. But yeah, we're looking forward to a really good game here between the two sides. I think the bookies have got the Lions as favourites today. I'm not sure. I didn't check the bookies. Tried to stay as far away as possible from betting this weekend. So not sure who's the favourites according to them. I know SA Rugby Magazine, along with Mark Keown and his fellow writers and stuff, give the Lions the win for today's game. I also kind of feel that the Lions will walk away with a victory here today. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to pan out. It is Ellis Park. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm expecting too much from this Lions side after seeing a couple of really good performances from them. But yeah, the Stormers, on the other hand, they haven't been that brilliant in every department throughout this competition. The first half for me has been pretty boring throughout, and it's only in the second half where the game started to get going a little bit. So not playing the best of rugby as the Stormers. The Lions, however, surprising friend and foe at the moment by playing some really attractive rugby as well. And yeah, I hope that they can take this form into this game, and we should be in for a really, really good game. For you guys who've watched my Rugby Challenge 4 video just a little bit earlier on, ending up in a 28-all draw. Let's hope it's not going to be the case today. Judge Wenny is the referee for today's game. So let's see how he handles the situation today. 11J says, I hope you are well. Hope the Lions win today. So there is quite a lot of support here for them then, and hopefully we will see the Lions triumph in this game as well. I can't quite see where the poll is at the moment. Maybe I can go and have a sneak peek real quickly just to see where we're at, because let's just see, we've got around 70% of the votes for the Stormers at the moment, with 26 to the Lions, and then a 4% chance for a draw. We've had 23 votes already, guys. Don't forget to go and vote on the channel as well. I think before the teams run on, let's go and have a look one more time at the team lineup. So for the Lions, we've got JP Smith, PJ Botha and Rue Andre in the front row, Willem Alberts, Reinhard Noordnagel in the lock combination, Emmanuel Chichuka, Ruan Venter, Frankie Horn in the loose trio. They've been quite exceptional, that loose trio of Chichuka, Venter and Horn. And Ruan Venter can consider himself very unlucky not to be part of that SAA squad, along with Jordan Hendrickse. Sanela Nohamba and Jordan Hendrickse forming their halfback combination, with Quan Horn and Edward van der Merwe on the wings. And then Marius Lowe and Henko Venter. What a midfield combination this is turning out to be for this Lions side. And then Andries Kutsia has been quite remarkable since he's back in this Lions side as well. Then on the bench we've got Jakob Versaghi, Morgan Udia, Ruan Smith, Peter Jansen van Vieren, Sibusiso Sangweni, Morne van der Berg, Johanni Lombard and Zander Duplessis. And then for the Stormers we've got Brock Harris, Jason Dweba, Neetling Fouché in the front row, Marvin Uri and Aaron van Rijn the lock combination, Junior Pokamela, Chiva Diamani, Evan Rus, the loose trio, Paul de Wet and Manny Libok, the halfback combination, with Leland Zas and Angelo Davids on the wing, with Sasha Ngomezulu and Dan Duplessis forming the midfield combination, with Clayton Blommetjies at fullback. And then on the bench, JJ Kotze, Ali Vermaak, Sazi Zandi, Ben Jason Dixon, Willie Engelbrecht, Namakaba, Herschel Jantjies and Suleiman Hartzenberg, as the Stormers have just made their way onto the field here. So we will be getting ready for this game here as the Lions now make their way onto the field as well. Some really good players in this Lions side, and hopefully these guys are going to be the ones that is going to take this Lions side further as a franchise. So many youngsters, let's hope they don't lose players anymore and can grow and build from here on in. 11J says that thought those selected for the box were meant to be rested this week. When do they leave for Europe? So I'm guessing they probably will be leaving tomorrow or the day after, because I do know that the Sharks won't have their Springboks available, which is quite astonishing, because I don't know why the Sharks are the only franchise to do this and make life difficult for themselves by not selecting the players that they've got available. So yeah, the Springboks are available for the Stormers and the Lions, and yeah, it is what it is. The Sharks won't have their Springboks. I think that the Bulls have selected Goosen and Nkosi. So yeah, really no jokes there as to why they can't be playing their top guns. So we are going to get this game underway, guys. It is going to be, let's just see who's going to get this game underway for us, as it looks like it's going to be the Lions to kick this game off for us, and it will be Jordan Hendrickse to get this game underway for us. What a moment this is. Not a lot of people in the crowd, which is a little bit disappointing, but it is a local derby. It's the Highveld against the Coastal side. So let's see what's going to happen in this game as we get this game underway with Jordan Hendrickse to get things going for us from the halfway plane, from right to left on your screen. Here we go, guys. Hope you guys are going to enjoy this game as much as I do. Right, so it's a deep kick in here from the Lions, taken by Ngomezulu, who puts it on the boot and sends it straight into touch. A brilliant kick from him all the way up to the halfway line. And, well, between the halfway and the 10-meter line inside Stormers territory. A really, really good clearance kick there from Sasha Ngomezulu, playing at inside center today for the Stormers. Right, so the first throw-in of this game is going to go to PJ Botha, the hooker of the Lions, and an early opportunity for them to get some go-forward ball in this game is the Lions. Line up beautifully taken by the Lions, and here comes Jordan Hendricks out to Henko van Wyk. Henko van Wyk through the first gap, and here comes the Lions now. Still going is Henko van Wyk, just short of the 22, brought down as Nohamba gets the ball out. Jordan Hendricks now out to Ruan Dreyer. Dreyer now just about 5 meters out from the 22. Here comes Frankie Horn now. He makes a couple of meters now. Nohamba waiting for it. Gets it back. Jordan Hendricks to JP Smith. He's brought down quickly though. Now Nohamba again. Gets it out to Andres Kutsia on a loop around. Jordan Hendricks beats the first line of defense, but brought down beautifully by Manny Lebok. Now Nohamba again takes it, gets it out to PJ Puerta. Just setting it up nicely here for the Lions. Nohamba throws it straight into a Stormers player and gets the penalty here after a minute and a half of play. So what a start from the Lions, and what a break from Henko van Wyk. Just splitting the Stormers defense into pieces there. And a chance now for the Lions to get the first points on the board as Noordnagel signals for goal here. And it will be Jordan Hendricks to get this game underway for us with the first penalty attempt. Antoinette Gerber says, "Hi Guru, enjoy game, hope my team wins." So we know that Antoinette Gerber is a big Stormers fan. So all of best of luck for you as well today, Antoinette. And thank you for tuning in on the channel as well. Right, so Jordan Hendricks to try and get the first points of this game. An early opportunity for this Lions side. What a break again from Henko van Wyk in the midfield to set this chance up for them. That kick is going to go straight through the middle, so it's 3 points to 0 then. The Lions lead the Stormers here after just about 2.5 minutes of play in this game. Good start here from them as the Lions get the proceedings underway. Right, so it's going to be Manny Lebok to restart this one for us then. Antoinette Gerber says, "Hope your team win tomorrow." It's going to be one of those games, Antoinette. Always when I do the commentary we get a hiding, so let's hope it's not going to be the case tomorrow as well. Right, restart taken by the Lions inside their own 22. Nohamba now waiting for it, and he gets it back to Andres Kutsia, who puts it on the boot, and that one is not going to find touch. Finds Clayton Blommetjies on the 10-meter line of the Stormers. Here they come with a counter-attack. Manny Lebok. Now it's a chance here for the Stormers as it's taken up by Leland Zas, but the ball spills out loose, and Henko van Wyk has kicked that forward. Here's the chase coming from him, and it's Clayton Blommetjies who catches that ball 5 meters up from his own try line. Jovan Rus there to get that ball back for the Stormers, 5 meters out from their own try line. Paul de Wet now has got that ball under control, gets it out to Neethling for sure. The Stormers under immense pressure early on in this game, and at the heart of it is Henko van Wyk at the moment. Paul de Wet now just waiting for this ball to come up, and back it comes now to Manny Lebok, puts it on the boot, and that one is not gonna find touch. And here comes the Lions now from the 10-meter line. Andres Kutsia, thumping tackle from Bokamela there, but a beautiful little pass to Frankie Horn as he makes his way up to the 22-meter line. Now Nohamba, he gets it out to Chichuka. Now Jordan Hendricks, a flat pass to PJ Puerta. Just shy of the 22 now is the Lions. Nohamba. Back it comes now to Edwin van der Merwe. Right on the 22 now. Here's a chance. Ruan Venter takes it up over the 22 though. Brilliant little drive from Ruan Venter. Now Nohamba. Penalty advantage again. Morris Lowe with a grabber kick. And this is going to work for them. Or is it? No. It's Angelo Davids who's come back for it and dots it down. So it's going to be a penalty to the Lions. 5 minutes played in this one. And penalty to the Lions right in the middle of the field on the 22-meter line. Chance to increase the lead now as Jordan Hendricks will have a shot at goal. Alfie Visser says, "Glad you are back." Thanks, Alfie. It's good to be back. You know, it's been a hard couple of weeks with load shedding and all that kind of stuff. Just really hard to do the commentary, but hopefully we are back now for good. And with the international season again, it is going to be a really great November series. 11J said, "Great start for the Lions. Hope they keep it up." Absolutely. Jordan Hendricks now will have a shot at goal right in front, so it shouldn't be a difficult kick coming up for him as well. Right in front for Jordan Hendricks. And he slots that one easily. So another 3 points then for the Lions as they take it up to 6 points to 0 after about 6 minutes of play in this game. What a start from the Lions. Stormers guilty at the breakdown, which we discussed in that preview, where the Lions have been a lot better than the Stormers at the breakdown area. Okay, Manny Libbok to get us back underway again, this time with a deep restart. It is going to be taken by Horn this time round. Well, yeah, it is Frankie Horn who took that one up just outside his own 22 now. Nohamba, oh, with an awful pass to Jordan Hendrikse. Now he needs to clean this up behind his own goal post. Thumping tackle from Van Rus, but Jordan Hendrikse gets it away all the way up to about 5 meters outside of the 22. Brilliant kick from the youngster. Van Rus putting that pressure on him, and did phenomenally well to get that kick away. Under pressure, good tackle, good clearance, brilliant kick from Jordan Hendrikse. Right, so the line out right on the 22-meter line. Possession 71% to the Lions, 29% to the Stormers at the moment. Ndweba now to throw this one in for the Stormers. And a great attacking opportunity for them. 7.5 minutes gone. The line out has been stolen by the Lions now. And it's JP Smith inside his own 22. Goes with a little run here. Brought down quickly by the Stormers. Now Nohamba waiting for it. He's going to get it back to Fenton now. Bashing his way up. But good defense from Marvin Uri and Yetling for sure. Still the Lions inside their own 22 now. About 15 meters out from their own try line. Nohamba goes to the box kick over the top, and he's going to find touch roundabout between the 10 and the 22. So not a lot of distance lost there by the Stormers after they lost that line out. Stormers just need to be patient at line out time. Both teams are guilty of a weak line out at the moment here in this competition. Lions have made 73 meters to the Stormers 10 at the moment. And one of those breaks came from Henko van Wyk, or at least two, with the grubber kick through as well. So Ndweba now with the throw into this line out. To the front they go. This time Adams van Rijn manages to get it. Driving all set up by the Stormers now. Just 5 meters from the left-hand touch line, just outside the 22 now. Ndweba controlling that ball at the back here, and now Paul de Wet gets it out to Ngomez Zulu. Great tackle there from the Lions. Paul de Wet again, now out it comes to Diamani, just short of the 22, and Paul de Wet gets it out to Van Rus. Rus sets it up on the 22-meter line. Now it comes out Manny Libbok, the flat pass to Clayton Blommetjies, long cut out pass to Angelo Davids, cuts back inside. About 10 meters out from the try line now as the Stormers. Paul de Wet gets it out again. Now Ndweba again. Moving to the middle of the field now, 10 meters out. Paul de Wet penalty to the Stormers there. Playing the ball on the ground there. Quickly taken by the Stormers, and now Paul de Wet gets it out to Angelo Davids again. He's going to go for the try line, and he gets over in the corner here as Angelo Davids easily gets past the last defender there. The Stormers on the board. 6 points to 5 with a conversion to come. Wow, great strength shown there from Angelo Davids. I think they ran completely over Quan Horn there to get over for that try. Good work from the right winger. 10 minutes played in this game, and so far it's a really good game. Yeah, just easily bumped off Quan Horn there, and in the cover defense from Maurice Lowe, just too late to stop Angelo Davids. Brilliant try from Angelo Davids. Had a lot of work to do there. Backed himself for the try and ran straight over Quan Horn there. Now Manny Libbok from about 5 meters out from the right-hand touchline to try and get this conversion over. To put the Stormers into the lead for the first time in this game after it's been all Lions in the opening 10 minutes. Libbok from the right-hand corner here. Remember, if you want to be a Springbok, you need to get your conversions over. Let's see what he does with this one. Willem Pieter says, kom Leeuws, julle moet wen. So Libbok now to try and put the Stormers into the lead for the first time in this game. 5 meters out from the right hand corner. It's a difficult kick coming up. And that one is going to call in. It's the Stormers 7 and the Lions 6 now. What a kick from Manny Libbok. And let's hope he keeps his kicking boots on throughout this game. 7 points to 6, 11 minutes played in this game, and now it's the Lions who have an opportunity to restart this game for us. Antoinette Gerber says, oh Guru, my nerves. Yeah, it's a great game so far. Very physical, the restart, oh, knock on from Ngone Zulu, right on the 22 meter line, advantage now to the Lions. JP Smith now puts his head down, up to the 22 meter line. The Lions go now right in the middle of the field. It is a little chip kick over the top, but the mark has been made by Clayton Blommetjies. Advantage over, says the referee. So it's going to be a mark made by Clayton Blommetjies 10 meters away from his own try line. Moersebaas says Stormers juist baas, en Delphi Visser says my tweede span is die Leeuws. Ek hoop hulle wen vandag. So the clearance kick there from Clayton Blommetjies. Gonna find touch about 5 meters outside of the 10 meter line inside Stormers territory. So another chance now for the Lions to go on the attack. PJ Botha to throw this one in for the Lions. And so far statistics, the Stormers have made 18 tackles, the Lions 11, the Stormers have missed 4 and the Lions 2. Line out overthrown, and Dweba gets it for the Stormers now. Between the 10 and the halfway line now, Adams Van Rijn. Oh, it's another knock on this time from Dan Duplessis. Right on the 10 meter line of the Stormers. Knock on. And it's going to be a scrum down to the Lions about 15 meters out from the right and touchline for them. So, plenty of mistakes from both sides at the moment, or at least from the Stormers. Not keeping that ball in hand, knocking it on, and the Lions may be guilty of kicking away too much possession. And then, like I said, both teams' lineouts not doing really good at the moment. Moersebaas says, Mr. Guru is back, baby, best of the best. You won't get any better. Thanks, Moersebaas, for that comment. Really appreciate the support, guys. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I would like to try and get the channel up to 10,000 before the end of the year. So do go out and ask your friends to subscribe, and also subscribe if you're new to the channel, and press that like button. Right, now Hamba now will feed this one in for the Lions. Roundabout on the 10 meter line of the Stormers here, about 15 meters out from the right and touch line. Judge Wenny having a good game so far as the referee. That scrum goes down, and he is going to allow a reset there. So 14 minutes played in this game. Still no stoppage in play just yet in this game. So let's just see what... yeah, it's going to be a reset scrum here. Still Lions ball. McAllen Roy says, kom on Stormers. Just was a groot baas. So let's see if the Stormers can keep this lead. 7 points to 6. Although the Lions have dominated most of the plays, the Stormers have got the first try through Angelo Davids, who got the try for them. Let's have a look what the Lions can do here. Inside the Stormers territory, a good attacking opportunity, 15 meters out from the right hand touchline. Will they try and work that blind side, or will they go to the left? Right, the feed from Nohamba now. Big strong scrum coming from the Lions as that scrum goes down, but the referee says play on. Jordan Hendricks out to Henko van Wyk. Good tackle this time on him by Dan Duplessis, and the ball will come back for the Lions though. Here they come again through Venter, trying to burst his way through the defense. Now penalty to the Lions, just outside the 22, close to the middle of the field again. And the Stormers now guilty of giving away too many penalties. We did discuss this earlier on in the preview as well, that the discipline of the Stormers not that great compared to the Lions today. So a chance now for Jordan Hendricks to to put the Lions back into the lead here after about 16 minutes of play. Van Roos getting penalised there on that occasion for not rolling away. Woosabah says, come ladies, let's get Mr. Guru to 1 million subs. He's the real deal. There's no one better on any platform. He's Mr. YouTube Rugby. Thanks again, Woosabah. A lot of jam been given, and thank you again for that. So the Lions now looking to take back the lead in this game. Jordan Hendricks attempting this penalty kick after just about 16 minutes of play. That one is going to go through the middle, so the Lions are back into the lead, and it's 9 points to 7 here between the Lions and the Stormers. Clarence Lowe says, I hope that the guys who booked their flights to Europe does not hold back in fear for injury. That could be easily the case. That could happen here as well today. And yeah, you might think of it that way. Let's just stop the clock right there, as we're going to have the water break here, which they have brought into the rugby these days, which I'm not a big fan of. So water break here. The Lions leading by 9 points to 7 after around 17 minutes of play. 11J says Roos poor discipline, and then Dweba looks better today though. Yeah, he looks good in the normal facet of play, 11J said, and unfortunately, like I said to many other, if you're a fly half, you need to kick your goals. If you're a scrum half, you need to feed your ball. If you're a hooker, you need to get your lineouts, and you need to get your scrums hooked. And unfortunately, one of the Dweba's weakest points at the moment is the fact that his lineouts are not up to scratch. And I'm glad to see that Manny Libok is doing his part in kicking over that difficult kicks at the moment. But as far as Dweba is concerned, I do believe that he needs to work on his line-out throws. And same goes for Roos, an exceptionally brilliant player, but he needs to work on his discipline. And we've seen in the past how it's let him down in certain areas of his game. So there are question marks about this youngsters. Can they keep this up and improve in all those facets? So it looks like time is back on now. So let's get that clock back on as well. It is going to be the Stormers to restart this game after the water break. So Manny Libok then with the restart to this game. It's going to be another deep restart, and it's going to be taken by Fenta. Massive tackle on him by Chiva Diamani. But the Lions have secured that ball inside their own 22 now. It's Nohamba who gets it out to Andres Kutsia, who puts it on the boot, and he's going to find touch. Not the greatest of touch finders, just outside of the 22 of the Lions. Good chance now for the Stormers then. Can the Stormers hit back yet again? Trailed 6 points to 0 at one stage, then got the try. A brilliant conversion from Libok from the right hand corner, put them into the lead. But discipline has put the Lions back into the lead after about 17 and a half minutes of play. Dweba now to throw this one in. Goes to the back, finds Diamani. Now Paul de Vet gets a flat pass out to Dan Duplessis. He scored right on at 22. Now Paul de Vet again. Oh, the ball has been intercepted by Marius Lowe now. He's brought down quickly though. Now PJ Puerta, he's going to just line it up for the Lions. Just outside the 22 of the Lions. Nohamba now waiting for it. Comes back again to Andres Kutsia. He's going to have a run here. Gets it out to Edwin van der Merwe. Edwin van der Merwe takes on Leland Zas. Up to the 10-meter line here. Van der Merwe quickly up over that ball and wins the penalty for the Stormers. Right on the left-hand corner on the 10-meter line of the Lions. Great ball steal there on the ground from Van der Merwe. Just rectifying that mistake from earlier, where his discipline let him down. Now wins the penalty on the ground for the Stormers. Clarence Lowe says Mark's also not spot on with the line-out throws in his early days, but the coaches showed confidence in him. I trust it is the case for Dweba also, which is the case. I mean, he has been selected for the SAA side again. Rassi saying that Dion Fourie now officially the third choice hooker in front of Dweba, but I mean, he is there and he will improve in time. So the Stormers have kicked that into touch, and 5 meters out from the Lions try line here. We have a greater chance here with this line out. 19 minutes played. Right, so the throw in to come. Joseph Ndweba with a throw in to this line out here for the Stormers. Yeah, just like you say there, Mursabos, and also agreeing with Clarence Lowe. Throw overthrown again by Ndweba this time, and kick forward by Nohamba, but straight into a Stormers hand now. Here comes the Stormers again from 10 meters out. Just setting it up about 10 meters out from the left hand corner, but it's a Lions penalty on the ground, and this time it's Ruan Dreyer who wins the penalty for holding on the ground. So with that said, Clarence and Mursabos, that is a possible 5-pointer just dropped there by Ndweba, and I don't want to single him out, but it's moments like that that can win you a game, and it can clearly win you a World Cup or a final, you know. And if you miss that in a final, you lose games, and even in a game like this could cost the Stormers later on. But no hate towards Ndweba at all. Right, so the clearance then from the Lions as they found touch roundabout between the 10 and the halfway line, inside Lions territory. The last 5 penalties split between the Stormers and the Lions here. 20 minutes played in this game. Right, so PJ Botha then with a throw into this line-out, and this time overthrown by him. Ndweba takes that in. Now it's Pokamela out wide. Sasha Ngomezulu, Dan du Plessis. Now Clayton Blomikis. He's going to straighten it up. Gets the pass back to Dan du Plessis. A little pass out to Ngomezulu. 5 meters out from the 22. The Stormers now. Boldevet waiting for it. Gets it out to Aaron Sunrain. Sets it up. 5 meters out from the 22. Johan Roos pick up and go. Penalty advantage. Gets the pass out to Boldevet now. Boldevet throws a little dummy high tackle from the Lions. Another penalty advantage. And the referee's going to blow on his whistle for that. And with that, the Stormers could take the lead in this game again. 21 minutes played in this game. A penalty right on the 22 in the middle of the field here. Yeah, JP Smith with the high tackle there. So the Stormers now to go in front again with this penalty from Manny Lebok right in front. Shouldn't be a problem as the referee stops the clock there. Let's just see what they're going to have a look at. Are they going to look at something here, or is it just an injury to one of the players? We'll have to wait and see. So they are going to go upstairs to have a look at something here. Let's have a look at what they are going to look at. Not quite sure what this is about, but we'll find out in just a second. 9 points to 7, 22 minutes played. Let's have a look here. Boldevet had the little run there. And, oh no. This is not good. Johan Roos with a boot. Let's just have a look here. Roos was held in the tackle there. It's maybe the other angle that they'll have to look at here. So it's in fact not on Roos, but on the high tackle from Jordan Hendricks on Paul de Wet, it seems. Yeah, oh, it's around the neck as well. So Jordan Hendricks might be getting a yellow card here. Johan Roos could be very lucky not to be penalized himself. Yes, he was held in the... nothing in that. It just kind of looked like he gave a stomp with the foot. But the tackle from Jordan Hendricks are definitely dangerous. And according to World Rugby's new rules, this should be... Well, it could even be a red card. But let's hope it's just a yellow in this instance, because it looks worse than it is. But let's see what they decide. It's going to be interesting to see what they decide here. The force of the impact. It's the arm to the neck of the player, to the back of the head area. And there was a little bit of force used there by Jordan Hendricks. And I mean, Oh, yeah, no, from that angle, again, it looks worse than it is. And he could actually be getting his marching orders here. Let's hope it's not the case, because it's been a really good game to watch. And it will be very unfortunate if we see a red card coming here. So, Judge Wenny, to judge this one in the end, Noordnagel and Ernst van Rijn getting a talking to, as well as Jordan Hendrikse being called up now by the referee. So, yeah, he says straight to the face, shoulder, yellow card. So, a yellow card then to Jordan Hendrikse. And I'm so glad that that is the outcome of this call from the referee. Because if it had to be a red card, this game would have been very unfair, to say the least. But the Stormers now with the opportunity to go into the lead here in this game. The penalty is about, give or take 10 meters out from the try line, but towards the middle of the post. Indirect contact. What are these guys smoking, says Mamania. Yeah, look, it is direct contact, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to call it these days, Mamania. Clarence says, Guru, your commentary is spot on. You need a plasma with such commentary. Thank you. Thanks, Clarence. So that kick from Manny Libbok has gone over. So the Stormers are into the lead here by 10 points to 9 at the moment. And yeah, let's see how this is going to turn out for the rest of the 20 minutes left in this first half. 10 points to 9. 22 and a half minutes gone in this game, and it's going to be Andries Coetzee to restart this one again for us. This time going with a deep kick in is Andries Coetzee, and that one collected by Leland Zas. Elton Zulu puts it on the boot, and another brilliant kick downfield. Not going to find touch this time though. Andries Coetzee from the 10-meter line inside his own half. Goes high up into the air. Looks like he is going to chase down his own kick here as well. Nobody wants it. One bounce. Oh, collision by Brock Harris. And Leland Zas have given that ball to the back, and a penalty to the Lions then. Players diving off their feet. And I think Van Roos is the guilty party once again there. Giving away the penalty. In at the side though, says the referee. So on the 10-meter line of the Stormers then. It's a chance now for the Lions, who's going to have a shot at goal. It's going to be Nohamba who's going to have a shot here. About 10 meters out from the right-hand touchline on the 10-meter line. So this, give or take, is roughly around 45 meters out from the post. So difficult kick coming up. Yeah, not your everyday cultist. So did he give a yellow? Thank you so much, Guru, for the commentary. Yeah, it's a yellow card to Jordan Hendrikse then. And then Mike says, how's it, Guru? Thanks for great commentary. No problem, guys. Really appreciate the support from you guys. A chance now for the Lions to take back the lead here. I think it's more just to run down the clock on that yellow card a little bit. But who knows? Sanele Nohamba might even get this one over. And I might have to swallow my words. So here we go with the penalty kick from Sanele Nohamba. Oh, he struck it beautifully. And that's a beautiful kick from Sanele Nohamba, who puts the Lions back into the lead in this game. 12 points to 10. And the Lions have just come away with an easy 3-pointer there. From a kick that should have been taken by the Stormers. There was really nothing on at that stage. And the Stormers guilty of not catching that ball, which led to that penalty for the players coming in from the side. 12 points to 10. We've got 15 minutes to play in this first half. The restart from Manny Libbok. Also the bounce of the ball, this time into the hands of Ruan Venter, who gets driven back in a tackle by Roos. 10 meters out from their own try line now. Nohamba waiting for this one to come out. Right in the middle of the field, gets it out to Coetzee. A little bit of a wobble there, but he does get the ball away and into touch, round about 5 meters outside of the 22 of the Lions. Alfie Visser says, in die stadium, iets wipplank vir die spanne, en Morne Versaghi says, go Lions. So, Yeah, it's been good so far. So in fact, it wasn't Roos who made that tackle, it was Neetling Fischer who drove back Ruan Venter in that tackle. So chance now, Dweber with the throw into this line out. The win predictor giving the Lions a 61% chance of winning this game at the moment. So yeah, that 2 points makes a big difference. Here comes the throw in from Dweber now, finds Paul de Wet now, comes back, Manny Lebok, Sasha Ngumasulu on a loop around to Sanjo David, forward pass from him to Leland Zas. So really decision time here for the Lions. Do they want the scrum or do they want the line out? I would go for the scrum at this stage. 26 minutes gone in this first half. The Lions leading by 12 points to 10 at the moment. So the Lions have opted to go for the scrum here. So a forward pass then from Angelo Davids to Leland Zas, right into touch. So they had the option, scrum or line out. They have opted to go for the scrum. Possession going the way of the Lions, 54%. Territory, 52% at the moment. So a very even contest between the two sides at the moment. 13 and a half minutes to play in this first half. The Lions leading by 12 points to 10 at the moment. They do have a yellow card in Jordan Hendricks at the moment, so still a couple of minutes, I would say give or take 5 minutes to go on that yellow card for Jordan Hendricks. Scrum feet by Nohamba to come, who kicked a fantastic penalty from around 45 meters out, 10 meters out from the right hand touchline for the Lions to put them back into the lead here. So Nohamba with the feet, or that might have gone astray, that hook for the Lions. Oh, it goes down on the Stormers side, and it's going to be a penalty to the Lions there. Neetling Fischer going down and concedes the penalty. JP Smith doing phenomenally well there at scrum time. Collapsing the scrum is the call against Neetling Fischer, and a chance for the Lions to clear the lines again. Andries Kutsia has been really good so far. He's kicked the balls out when needed to, and has just been solid at fullback today for this Lions outfit. Gets that kick away to right about between the 10 and the 22 of the Stormers there. So another chance now for the Lions to go on the attack. And you can see this young Lions side hungry and not backing down against this Stormers side at the moment. Throw in to come PJ Botha then with the throw into this line out. 6 penalties conceded by the Stormers to the 3 of the Lions. That line out again not clean for the Lions, but they have managed to secure that ball and a pick up and go from JP Smith up to the 10 meter line they go. Now it's Emmanuel Chichuka driven back in the tackle by Diamani. Right in the middle of the field on the 10 meter line now. Willem Alberts sets it up on the 10 meter line. Now Nohamba again, back it comes to Chichuka. Chichuka just up over the 10, but Van Roos have done brilliantly to try and steal that ball, but it comes back the side of the Lions. Now Henko van Wyk still on the 10 meter line, moving to the left hand side of the field. Now Nohamba back to Emmanuel Chichuka now. Nohamba with his hands on the ball gets it out to Ruan Venter. Venter tackled beautifully by Dan du Plessis again on the 10 meter line. Lions going nowhere at the moment. Chichuka puts his head down again. Now Nohamba, back it comes Kutsia. Long pass out to JP Smith into a bit of space. Look at the prop forward go. Oh, he's lost that ball. The ball has been ripped by the Stormers now. Manny Lebok having to go back 5 meters out from their own try line. Clayton Blomik is under pressure now. Leland Zas on the counter attack. Look at him go. Now there's a chance. Paul de Wet knocks it on into the hands of Emmanuel Chichuka on the 10 meter line of the Stormers. Now here comes the Lions. Miss pass there from Andries Kutsia out to Edwin van der Merwe. He's going to straighten it up to just between the 10 and the 22 now. Right on the right hand side of the field. Again Emmanuel Chichuka now. Wow, we're having so much good action here at the moment. Nohamba, penalty advantage coming for the Lions again. Van Roos not rolling away. Nohamba waiting for that ball. The referee's going to blow on his whistle. And it's going to be a penalty to the Lions just outside of the 22. But what a great passage of play we've seen here from both sides. About 15 meters out from the right hand touchline, just outside the 22. Nohamba is going to have another shot at goal here for them. We've had 30 minutes in this one. What a game it's been so far. We saw the loose head prop in JP Smith having a massive little run through the middle of the Stormers. Then we saw Leland Zas return that favour on the counter-attack. Then we saw the Lions again come. So it's been really tough so far. Let's just stop the clock there for an injury to one of the... Well, no, it's not an injury. So clock is still on. It's going to be Sanela Nohamba to try and put the Lions into a 5-point lead here after they led at one stage by 6 points to 0 in this game. They now have the opportunity to get back a 5-point lead in this game and probably also have Jordan Hendrickse back on the field after this. With around about 8.5 minutes to go in this first half. Nohamba to have a shot here, and this time he struck it goal again. So it's going to be 15 points to the Lions and 10 to the Stormers. 8 minutes to play in this first half. It's a seesaw battle between the two sides at the moment. Lions leading 6 points to 0. Then it was 7-6 to the Stormers. Then it was 9-7 to the Lions. Then it was 10 points to 9 to the Stormers. And then it went to 12-10 and 15 points to 10. Darren Slow says, Van der Roos, yellow card is waving for you. Keep your focus and play the game you are capable of. Restart taken then by the Lions. Inside their own 22. Now Nohamba gets the pass out to Jordan Hendrickse, who is back on the field then. And gets the clearance kick all the way up to the, between the 10 and the 22 of the Lions. So 7.5 minutes to go in this first half now. The Lions still leading by 15 points to 10 at the moment. Alfie Visser says, Van der Roos, vir die Bokke speel gaan hy ons dierpunte kos. Ja, his discipline are lacking at the moment, I won't disagree, but such a good player, and I mean, very similar to what Jasper Wiese is doing for the Springboks. His discipline also not great, but probably something that Roos can work on for the future as well. Dweba now to throw this one in. Tackles made 48 by the Stormers, 24 by the Lions. Line out not in straight, and it's going to be a scrum down to the Lions. And again, maybe too harsh on Dweba, but his line out throws are terrible at the moment. I think they've lost 3 or 4 line outs already in this game. So scrum down then to the Lions. And another great opportunity goes a-begging for the Stormers here. The meneer sê, nee, hy sal goed kom, moenie worry nie. And we are going to have the scrum down then for this Lions side. Nohamba to feed this one in with 6 minutes to play in this first half. Nohamba to feed this scrum about 10 meters out from the right-hand touchline. And that one is going to go up, so we're going to have a reset scrum then again. Yeah, that's true, meneer Rassie. Erasmus, like you said, Dion Fourie surpassed Ndweba as the first choice hooker in South Africa at the moment. I think out of all the line-out throws, I think Monambi might be the most accurate of the 3 at the moment, but yeah, it is what it is. You can't leave out Malcolm Mark just for his pure rate. And his line of throws are not that bad as well. Nohamba then to feed this one again for the Lions then. Solid scrum from both sides. That one is stable as Nohamba needs to get this one out now. Gets it out to Jordan Hendrickse on the loop around. Andres Kutsia nearly charged down that kick, but he does get it away straight into the hands of Clayton Blommetjies though, who returns the kick. And that one is going to go almost up to the dead ball line. But Kutsia manages to pick that one up again and kicks it downfield. Sends it straight down the middle. Oh, nearly slipping there was Sasha Ngomezulu. But gets the pass out to Libok, who goes for the kick as well. Looking for the 50-22. Straight into the hands of Jordan Hendrickse inside the 22 now. Jordan Hendrickse going high up into the air. Edward van der Merwe chasing after this one. Van der Roos have picked that one just outside of the 22 of the Stormers now. takes it up to the 10-meter line. Poldervet now waiting for a penalty advantage to the Stormers, I think it is. Lie kick up into the air. Notices the referee play on. Taken beautifully by Andres Kutsia. And here he comes. Gets the pass out to Frankie Horn to Chachuka. Chachuka up to the 10-meter line, up to the 22-meter line. Now he's going to get the pass out to Henko van Wyk. Henko van Wyk nearly there. Not out in the tackle. Stands up again. Goes for the try line and gets the try for the Lions. What sheer power from the outside centre. Henko van Wyk not held in the tackle and gets the try for the Lions. Wow. It looked like the referee was going to blow for an advantage for the Stormers and then let it go. The Stormers kicked that ball away. Andres Kutsia picked it up, then went for the run, got the pass out beautifully to Frankie Horn, then to Chachuka, and then Chachuka got it out to Henko van Wyk, who had a lot of work to do from the 22-meter line. Beat Manny Libok, beat Angelo Davids, got past Ken Clayton Blommetjies, where he went over for sheer power over the try line. Brilliant stuff. 20 points to 10. The Lions lead the Stormers here as we get close to half-time. Clarence says, come on, Dobson. Dweba is begging to be subbed, unfortunately. And then Blair says, great score there. So the conversion to come from Jordan Hendricks. He struck it beautifully. And the Lions now leading by 22 points to 10. And might be in for a surprise here after all. But what a run there from Henko van Wyk again. Then just dragging Clayton Blommetjies over the try line there. About 5 meters to that try line. And then had the ability to dot that down as well. Brilliant stuff from young Henko van Wyk. Weapon X. So the Stormers then to restart this one with 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. This time it's a high hanging kickoff taken by Willem Alberts. Now JP Smith sets it up for the Lions between the 10 and the 22-meter line. Ohamba now waiting for it, gets it out. PJ Botha. Just the Lions now setting it up through another ruck here. Just slowing the pace of the game down just a little bit for this last 2 minutes of the game. Ohamba needs to get this as the counter ruck from the Stormers look good. Now Kutsia gets it out to Jordan Hendricks, who puts it on the boot. Not allowed to kick that out directly. He does kick it out directly, and they have to go all the way back from where he kicked that, which is round about 5 meters inside the 22 of the Lions. Clarence says, come on Stormers, play to your strength. Leave the kicking game. You're the chance because of attacking rugby. En dan Alfie Visser says, ek hoop die Leeu's hou en wen die wedstrijd. So a chance here for the Stormers to hit back just before halftime. There is an injury break though, quickly to one of the Stormers players. They are going to play on again, so about a minute to go in this first half then. Stormers 5 meters inside the 22 of the Lions, and Dweba to throw this one in. Lineouts lost 2 all, says the stats, but I think they've lost way more than that as the Stormers. So the lineout this time taken by Dayamani, and they tried to set up the maul, but it's gone down Dweba. He picks it out off the back, takes Chachuka with him there, and now Neutling for Shea sets it up about 10 meters out from the try line. Stormers going to the left hand side of the field, quick hands needed here, brilliant tackle again from Edwil van der Merwe. Stopping the Stormers in their tracks and getting the penalty as well. Here's the Lions there on the ground, holding on from the Stormers. And with less than a minute to go, a brilliant tackle from Edwil van der Merwe, and wins that penalty then for the Lions. In at the side from the Stormers then. Andries Kutsia can now kick this downfield. Derek Jackson says, come Stormers, you can do it. Well, it's not going to happen, it seems, in this first half. As Jordan Hendricks says, just going to kick this one into touch here. And that will set up halftime here between the two sides. So what a performance so far from them. And the Lions 22, the Stormers 10 at halftime. This is a massive scoreline to say the least at the moment. So yeah, disappointment for the Stormers in this first half, but the Lions, credit to them for an incredible first half display from them and just playing to their strength at the moment. So we are going to take a quick break, and when we do come back, we will be doing the second half of this game. So don't go anywhere, guys. Right, guys, we are back here for the second half, and what a game it's been so far. It's been really, really good, and one cannot complain about their efforts from both sides in this first half, really. They've been quite exceptional, and to be honest, it's been really, really good, and really playing phenomenal rugby, and again, it's all thanks to some really good performances from some of the standout players from this Lions side at the moment, which we will go through in just a bit. But I must say it's been rather less so good for the Stormers so far, because they really need to up their game here in the second half. I just quickly want to get something ready for us for the second half as well, because I forgot that we need to fix that as well, the second half thingy. So let's just get this quickly sorted, and then we will go from there. Just put that up as well, just so that everybody can see that it is the second half of this game. So let's just move that to there, and we'll put that in there. So like I said, new streaming software, guys, so please be patient with me along the way as well. John Addy says, hi Lappies, moet die Stormers regtig vanmiddag die knie buig? Yeah, well, it looks like it's going to be the case, Johnny. I did predict that the Lions might win this game, but I didn't expect them to win it in the fashion that they are doing at the moment. They've just blown the Stormers off the pitch at the moment. So, yeah, hopefully they will come back in the second half. Val Sable says that the Stormers will come back in the second half. And then also the Mania says the ref is in the Gauteng pocket, if you ask me. So there was one instance before that Lions try where the referee was about to play advantage for the Stormers. The ball did come out and the Stormers kicked that ball away, and the Lions went on to score a try. So I do hear you, Mamania. But yeah, the Lions, credit to the way that they are playing at the moment. They've just been really, really incredible. So you can't take that away from them at all. You know, they've been really brilliant in this first half, and hopefully the Stormers can come out with a bang in the second half as well. It's going to be up to them to spark the magic here in the second half. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one is going to pan out. The Lions are back on the field already, 60% possession to the 40 of the Stormers, 46 carries to the 27 of the Stormers, 30 tackles made, 53 by the Stormers, meters made 193 by the Lions and only 89 by the Stormers. Kind of tells you the story so far in this first half, as the Stormers now also make their way back onto the field here for the second half, and we're looking forward to a really good game. Peter says Stormers are finished. They're going to experience the rise and rise of the lion-hearted Lions. Yeah, look, this Lions side is young and they're starting to gel together. And I must say, Jacques Fourie has done an incredible job with them in the backline or defensively. As we get the second half underway, it's going to be the Stormers to kick off from right to left here on the screen. So good luck to both sides. Here we go. Manny Libok to get the second half underway for us, as it's a high-hanging kickoff caught just, it's been knocked on by Willem Alberts, an advantage to the Stormers early on. Now Paul de Wet gets the ball out to Van Roos. Roos sets it up in just inside the 22 of the Lions now. Paul de Wet, Manny Libok, flat pass out to Pokamela, driven back in a tackle by Marius Lowe. They've lost about 5 meters now. Manny Libok again, flat pass this time to Neetling for Shear, sets it up again. Now Paul de Wet, pass to the forwards again. Paul de Wet now waiting for it. Penalty advantage coming for the Stormers now. Tiamani with a pass to Libok now. Ngomezulu. Ngomezulu with a little grubber through into touch. But we are going to come back for an early penalty to the Stormers just outside of the 22 of the Lions. Emmanuel Chichuka there, penalised there for that one. And let's just see if the referee's going to stop the clock here for the injury. This stage is still play on. So penalty to the Stormers then, just outside the 22 of the Lions. And yeah, it's been a good start to the second half as well. Clock has been stopped, so 22 points to 10. A chance now maybe for the Stormers to draw back 3 points in this one if they decide to have a shot, which they're not going to do. They are going to kick this to the corner and set up an attacking lineup. One have to be a little bit worried with Dweba not finding his jumpers at the moment. But 5 meters out from the try line, and the Stormers now with the opportunity to read back into this game right away. 22 points to 10. The Lions still leading this game. Dweba to throw this one in for the Stormers. 5 meters out from the Lions try line. Can they find their jumpers? It is going to go to the back, finds Marvin Uri. Here comes the driving maul from the Stormers now. That maul still going as the Stormers now. 2 meters out from the try line. Here van der Rust. Penalty advantage to the Stormers for collapsing the maul though from the Lions. Still the Stormers come from about 5 meters out from the try line to the middle of the field now. Lebok out wide. They go Clayton Blommetjies. Gomezula on a loop around. Needs support though, but the ball spills out. And we are going to come back for yet another penalty to the Stormers. 5 meters out from the try line. Alfie says, as jy die bal wegskop na Scrum voordeel is voordeel verby. Waarskynlik wat gebeur het voor die Leeuwse 3. So I think it was a penalty advantage, Alfie. He wanted to give a penalty advantage, not a scrum advantage or just a knock-on advantage or something. But I hear you. So the Stormers now with an opportunity to go for the corner maybe again. That driving maul did look good. Or do they opt to go for the scrum? 5 meters out from the try line, about 20 meters out from the left-hand touch line here. An opportunity for them. Going for touch again. Sets up the line at 5 meters out from the try line. So, can the Lions keep their defense up here, or will the Stormers get over for a try now? They need to be careful not to concede a yellow card is the Lions. Dweba with the throw into this line out. And this time going to the front to Marvin Uri. Sets up the driving maul again. This is looking good for the Stormers. Once again moving to the side. Now trying to loop it around is Dweba at the back now. Brought down to ground 5 meters out from the try line. Paul de Wet again. Gets it out to van der Rust. Van der Rust with the drive. Nearly there. But held up over the try line. And brilliant defense from the Lions. It's going to be a goal line dropout here coming up. And it's Marius Lowe who gets the accolades from the Lions teammates here. Van der Rust over the try line but held up. And it's going to be a goal line dropout for the Lions. Another missed opportunity then for the Stormers there. They need to know the rules of the situation when you go over the try line. And one can't feel that just a little bit of selfishness there from van der Rust to try and dot that one down. Brilliant held up there by Marius Lowe, also supported by Frankie Horn and Ruan Dreyer. So Jordan Hendrickson then with the restart and a deep kick in taken by Manny Lebok on the halfway line. Gets it out to Clayton Blommetjies. Blommetjies up to the 10 meter line. Now tries to straighten things up. Gets the pass out. And now Manny Lebok again. Van der Rust once more. Van der Rust is going to take on the defenders here. Sets it up a little bit isolated. Turnover ball for the Lions. Beautiful work by JP Smith. Ruan Venter now. He picks up and go up to the 10 meter line. He goes. Now Nohamba, and again throwing it straight into the hands of Marvin Uri. Referee says play on though. Now it's just waiting. Tried to milk that penalty was Nohamba, but the referee having none of it. Now it's Nohamba. Back to Tachuka. Sets it up on the 10 meter line again for the Lions now. Nohamba waiting for it. Looks like he's going to go with the box kick over the top here. Yeah, he is going to go with that one. Edward van der Merwe and Henke van Wyk chasing after that. And the ball comes back to the side of the Lions, but the referee says knock on from the Lions. So scrum down to the Stormers. Well, you could argue there that Nohamba had a point there, throwing that ball straight into Marvin Uri in an offside position, but the referee said he did it on purpose, so decided against giving the penalty away. Oh, and there was no knock on there from Edward van der Merwe. Stormers coming away with a bit of luck there. Clock has been stopped as we got an injury break here, so to one of the Lions players. The Stormers can consider themselves very lucky there not to, for the referee first to give that knock on to them. Just move that a little bit, don't know what's going on. The sun in the back is kind of destroying my green screen at the moment. Ethan says, how's it, Guru lad? Can the Stormers come back? And then Mursabar says, how can you let that go, Rev? The guy is playing the ball on his knees. Yeah, I also thought that JP Smith was playing that ball on the ground as well. And, he got the roll of the dice. Even risk going in there, isolated, and the ball got ripped by JP Smith in the end. So that's part of trying to find support play before going alone as well. Van Rus, for me, having a very bad game today. And just to let you guys know, I'm a massive fan of Van Rus. So nothing against the guy, but he's having a shocker today. Paul de Wet now to throw this one in, but the referee not happy with how things are going and blows on his whistle then. Just resetting the scrum again. Maybe Van Rus just holding it back just a little bit to be able to go on that end of year tour. He's already done enough to be selected, so you can give him one bad game out of 10 maybe, and you can forgive him for that. Leonard Alexander says Stormers. So can the Stormers still hit back in this game? Absolutely. There's still plenty of time to get back in this game. Paul de Wet now to feed this one in for the Stormers. Massive scrum from the Lions, however, and that ball is going to come out for the Stormers. Luckily, now Paul de Wet on the halfway line, brought down by PJ Botha. Ernst van Reynert scrum off now for the Stormers, gets it out to Neertling Fischer sets it up just up over halfway, about 10 meters out from the left hand touchline. Looks like Paul de Wet is going to go with the box kick over the top here. And he does so. And the chase now coming from Leland Zas, but beautifully grabbed by Kutsia and gets the ball out to Quan Horn. Quan Horn sets it up on a 22-meter line. Now Nohamba waiting for it, gets out Ruan Fenta. Good defense from the Stormers, pushing him back. Now Nohamba again waiting for it inside the 22 now. Gets it out to Jordan Hendricks, who's going to put it on the boot. Straight down the middle of the field. Taken by Clayton Blommetjies now. Here's a chance for Clayton Blommetjies. Goes to the 50-22 kick, but straight into the hands of Andres Kutsia inside the 22. He goes to the kick downfield, looking for space as well. Massive kick downfield taken by Lebok inside the 22. Ngome Zulu is going to chase after this high up and under from Manny Lebok now. And nearly getting that is Ngome Zulu. He's done well, but the referee says a little knock on from Ngome Zulu. Just by the skin of his teeth, a little knock on there. Richard Corver says, hi Guru, hope things are going well. Mr. First Half Farming has no office hours. Hope the Lions do their job today. And then also Ethan says, has Blommetjies actually been able to catch today? I had to sit there in person watching that. Yeah, so Clayton Blommetjies not having a terrible game today, but it's just his kicking is not on spot on, it's not finding the distance that's really required from him at this stage. So hopefully he'll do a bit better next time round. So some replacements to come on now for the Lions here, it seems. Just to find out who is going to come on to the field now. I think it's Peter Janssen van Vieren who's going to come on for the Lions here. Scrum down to the line, to the Lions on the 10-meter line inside their own half here at the moment. Possession 54% to the Lions, and territory to the Stormers at 54% as well. Can they do this? Is the Stormers. Massive scrum required from them as Nohamba feeds this for the Lions. Solid scrum again. Lions dominating at scrum time, it seems. Now Nohamba gets it out to Jordan Hendrickse with the kick downfield, and he's found Clayton Blomink. He's a bit out of position, but he does get there eventually and goes to the kick downfield, which is going to kick out directly into touch, but luckily for him he was inside. So all the way up to the halfway line they go. A good clearance kick just inside the Lions half now. Peter Janssen van Vieren on for Willem Alberts. And with 30 minutes to play, it's a little bit static at the moment from both sides, as Willem Alberts leaves the field here. So also it looks like Neetling for sure now off, as well as JJ Kotze on from Dweba. Brock Harris also leaving the field. So Sazi Sandi and also Ollie for Mark, along with JJ Kotze now coming onto the field for the Stormers. Throw in from PJ Botha, stolen by the Stormers this time now. Hier van Roos gets the pass out, Manny Libbok. Out it goes to Dan du Plessis, now Clayton Blomink is to Angelo Davids. Davids with the run up to the 22-meter line. Great tackle from Henko van Wyk again. Just pushing him down and stealing the ball on the ground. But it's going to be a penalty to the Stormers though. Playing that ball on the ground is Henko van Wyk. And a good defensive tackle from him. But, it's for not moving away, says the referee. So, chance here for the Stormers then. Manny Libbok to kick this to the corner here for the Stormers. Is high altitude still a factor in today's sport? I don't think so, Clarence. I don't know. I think the guys are top fit. But regardless, there must be some technology that they use to counter this high altitude. Derek Jackson says, come Stormers, you can do this. So JJ Kotze with a throw into this line out. Can the Stormers hit back in this game? The throw in taken by Marvin Uri. Here comes the driving ball. This is looking much better for the Stormers. They're going to drive their way over the try line. And there's the try for the Stormers. It is going to be, who's up with the ball? Let's see. It's Junior Pokamela who gets the accolades there. And the Stormers now with the first points of the second half. Well, they are going to go upstairs to have a look at something here. Maybe a little bit of truck and trailer from the Stormers maybe. Who knows? So let's see what they're going to look at here. I didn't see anything wrong with them. I didn't see anybody switching sides or anything there from the Stormers. So let's have a look. Never ever did they lose their bind there. Now there's nothing wrong with that try. Surely it must be given. Junior Pokamela should get the try here for the Stormers. 12 minutes into the second half. And let's see if the try is going to be rewarded. Are they going to have another look at this? Mauls formed, always bound. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that one. Surely the referee must award us try. Otherwise they must just remove all driving mauls and just remove it from the game if they're going to blow this one up for the Stormers. Who's the boss says that's a perfect try. This ref is patheties. WP jou lekker ding. Kom Leeuw says Alfie Visser. So surely that must be a try. Why are they taking so long to discuss this? Oh, looks like it's not going to be a try. No try, and it's going to be a penalty to the Lions instead. This is ridiculous. Well, it is what it is then. 22 points to 10 and a penalty to the Lions then, as Jordan Hendrickson will now kick this downfield. I completely disagree with what the referee just said there. I don't know what they said, but to me it looked perfect. I don't have audio, but definitely nothing wrong with that one. Peter says, is Van Wyk going to be another Donny Gerber? Well, he's looking good. I can tell you that, Peter. So, time's back on, and the Lions now have a penalty between the 10 and the 22 inside their own half, and that thrown beautifully taken by Chichuka. Nohamba gets the pass out to JP Smith to Ruan Venter. Ruan Venter sets it up just outside the 22 of the Lions. Comes back Jordan Hendrickson. Goes high up into the air, not finding the distance. And that ball is going to come back to the side of the Lions though. But it's beautifully ripped by Paul de Wet. And now the Stormers have possession. But a great counter ruck here from the Lions might have secured the ball for them. Let's see who's going to come away with this ball. It's going to be the Lions who's going to get this. Now Nohamba back to Jordan Hendrickson. He's going to look to run this. Goes on a loop around. Was there obstruction? No, says the referee. Play on up to the 10-meter line. Now Nohamba again waiting for it. Gets it back to JP Smith, who's had a monster of a game. Good defense there from the Stormers. As Noordnagel gets it back to Andries Kutsia, who kicks it downfield. There's a bit of space here for the Stormers if they're going to have a run here. Now it comes back to Clayton Blommetjies. Blommetjies runs it up to the 10-meter line, brought down very quickly by the Lions. Have they won that ball on the ground? No, they haven't. Paul de Wet gets it back now. Here they come, Ben Jason Dixon, the JJ Kotze, Auja van Roos up to the halfway line and gets the breakout. Pass to Leland's tackled by Henko van Wyk just outside the 22. Now Paul de Wet, back it comes JJ Kotze. Kotze will run up to the 22-meter line. Penalty advantage for the Stormers now. Manny Lebok with a little chip kick over the top. The bounce of the ball, beautiful for Ngome Zulu. And it's try time to the Stormers this time round. A brilliant try from the Stormers. A great counter attack. And this time, I'm sure they can't be denied. 22 points to 15 with the conversion to come. Wow. 22-15 it is. And what a try just scored by the Stormers. Let's just have a look at that little grabber kick again from chip kick over the top from Manny Lebok. The bounce of the ball, terrible there for Frankie Horn. Couldn't get to the ball, and Gomez Zulu right up there to get the try for them. So 22 points to 15 with the conversion to come. Mamania says that's how rugby is played. I am a Bull supporter, but I enjoy the neutral game, says Colin. And then Willem says, kom Leeuws, julle gaan 'n maklike game verloor. So 22 points to 17 as that conversion goes over from Manny Lebok. And it's game on again here between the two sides. Brilliant try from Ngome Zulu. Ethan says, well, I won 14 points for that. Someone slapped Rev across the face. Nemania says, go Stormers, and Lebok, you boss. So also on the field, Giovanni Lombard now for the Lions. Ali Vermaak looks like now he has come onto the field a little while ago, so not quite sure what the hold up is now. Oh, it's a water break again. So let's just stop the clock right there. Water break here after 16 minutes of play in the second half. It's the Stormers 17, the Lions 22. Alfie Visser says, is het nou vergeldig vir die aanslaan van die Leeuws in die eerste helfte? Ja, probably Alfie. Colin says that's a bit strange. Yeah, it is all coming down to that try disallowed to the Stormers a little bit earlier on. But how great has Henko van Wyk been again today for this Stormers side? For this Lions side. He's been absolutely brilliant on the defense. He's had a couple of really good runs, and just showing why he's been selected for the SAA side. Purely a man of the match performance from Henko van Wyk if this Lions side manages to win this game. Right, so off goes Ruan Venter then for the Lions as well. And Ruan Smith also looking to come onto the field then for the Lions. The restart, a deep kick in from the Lions this time, as Ngome Zulu with a thumping kick downfield. How good has he been today as well for the Stormers side? So two players really playing some great rugby at the moment is young Henko van Wyk and Sasha Ngome Zulu, who's been brilliant so far. Clarence says, kicking loose matches, attacking play win matches. Mooi Stormerspan says Derek, and then Ethan says, I have heard you mention his name quite a few times. Does sound impressive, says Ethan. And then Chris Jensen says Leeuws Bril. So Nadia on as well. Then for the Lions as well as Ruan Smith. Just trying to replace those tired legs at the moment for this Lions side as well. Throw in taken by the Lions this time, beautifully in the air. And the Lions now waiting for this ball to come out. As Morne van der Berg also on the field for the Lions. Although it's going to be a scrum down to the Stormers, as that ball can't come out of the ruck. And it will be a Stormers scrum down. Some great defensive work there from Ben Jason Dixon then for the Stormers. It's moments like that that can change the outcome of the game. Noordnagel down injured at the moment, so we'll have to stop that clock again then. So Noordnagel just receiving some attention at the moment. Sean says, Kom Stormers, don't disappoint us today. Angelo Davids also leaving the field now. And it also looks like Herschel Yankees as well as Hartzenberg will be coming onto the field now for them. Boersebaas says, how good is Libok with Sasha next to him? It's pure poetry at the moment. Yeah, it's been a really good game from the two of them, and they're working great in tandem. You know, I would love to have seen them play together in the midweek game before they actually play for the Springboks, maybe against Italy or so. But yeah, who knows? They might still get their opportunity. Bernard Engels says, yup, hope Rossi is watching. I'm sure he's watching somewhere there in the stands. So the win predictor at the moment of the URC says the Lions at 70% for a win here. The Stormers at 25% and a 5% for a draw then. Let's quickly go and have a look at what my predictor also says there with you guys. We're not going to have time to go and have a look at that, so we'll just keep that scoreboard up then, as time will be back on the clock real soon. Rian Tron says, Libok moet nou wys hoekom hy in die Springbok groep is, and in South African rugby is healthy, politicians hands off, says Clarence. Will Angelo be rejoining the Blitzbok or staying with the Stormers, you reckon, Guru? You know, it's difficult when you're a sevens player to decide which way you're going to go, but it looks like 15-man code gets the advantage at this stage. So I would be surprised if he doesn't stay with the Stormers for the remainder of this URC. Although there will be a break in the URC, so if there's sevens, then they'll probably be going there. Free kick for the Stormers from that scrum, and here they take it quickly, and here they come again now as the Stormers. Clayton Blommetjies with a little grubber kick ahead, and it's going to be picked up beautifully by Hartzenberg now. 5 meters out from the Lions try line. The Stormers have got this. Gets it out to Joop van der Ros again. Support play there for the Stormers now. Back they come, Manny Libok. Sasha Ngome Zulu, look at a pass. Oh, it's been knocked on by JJ Kotze, who's on the left wing there. Hooker, 10 winger, knocks it on, unfortunately. You could say that the pass from Sasha Ngome Zulu maybe just drifted a little bit. But, an open try line beginning for JJ Kotze there on the left-hand side of the field, and he knocks it on. Dear oh dear. Scrum down to the Lions, 10 meters out from their own try line. 5 meters from the right-hand touch line for them. Helping account says, imagine Willems at 15, Sasha at 12, and Libok at 10 for the Springboks. 217 meters made by the Lions, 220 meters made by the Stormers so far. Morne van der Berg now to feed this one in with just over 20 minutes to go in this second half. Scrum goes down and it will be a reset one. Musabar says down, that's beautiful, it's coming Stormers. So that scrum gone down and we will have a reset scrum. The referee might just have to be a little bit more strict at scrum time. Derek says, come on Stormers. So, like I said, with just over 20 minutes to play, Paul de Wet now off with Herschel Yankees on the field. Will this fresh legs fire the Stormers up to win this game today? The Lions holding on to a 5-point lead here at the moment. Morne van der Berg to feed the scrum now. Massive scrum required from the Stormers and the Lions here. It's a big scrum and it's looking good for the Stormers. The scrum has gone down, but Morne van der Berg gets it out to Marius Low. Straighten things up for them. About 10 meters out from their own try line. In the middle of the field is the Lions now. Morne van der Berg slowly getting this ball out. The good counteract from the Stormers, but he does get the kick away and he finds a massive touch all the way up to the halfway line here. Another youngster that could be considered unlucky not to reach the SAA side, at least for now. Sasha, patience, my man, skills of Stormers marvelous. Maybe Lions battery flat now, really hope not. Good game so far, says Colin. So JJ Kotze now to throw this one in for the Stormers right on the halfway line. Can he find his jumpers? Ndweba missed a couple today at vital stages in the game as well. But so too the Lions. That line out stolen by the Lions again now, and PJ Puerta off the back gets it out to Lombard. He scored on the 10-meter line inside Lions territory in the middle of the field now. As Morne van der Berg again waits for it, gets it out to Ruan Smith. Ruan Smith tackled back in the tackle. Well, pushed back in the tackle then. Morne van der Berg again waiting for that ball. Now gets it back to Andries Kutsia with the kick downfield into a bit of space there. And the bounce of the ball just 5 meters outside of the 22 of the Stormers. But Clayton Blommetjies, oh, the quick throw from Libbok. Maybe not working out for Clayton Blommetjies, but he's done well to get out of the trouble situation there. Running at 5 meters outside of his own 22. The ball spills backwards here for the Stormers. Libbok now. Back it comes to Leland Zas, who kicks it downfield. Andries Kutsia now waiting for it on a 10-meter line of the Lions. He goes with a little grubberish kick downfield. And that ball is going to bounce into the hands of Libbok. Inside the 22. It's been charged down by Kutsia. And he could get that ball, but beautiful cover from, who's that? From Leland Zas, who saved the day there for the Stormers right on their own try line. As he managed to get that ball before the Lions, but it's going to be a penalty to the Lions. They're holding on the ground from the Stormers. And a chance now for the Lions. Will they go for goal? Surely they must. Just to get that 8-point lead here. But what great work there from the Stormers. I still need to figure out who it was who got back for that one. Was it Libbok who came back for his own kick? No, it wasn't. It was Hartzenberg who got back just in the nick of time before Kutsia could get there. But then holding on from Hartzenberg gives away the penalty. Right, so the Lions not going to go for goal. Tap and go from them. It's a charge from the forwards. 3 meters out from the try line. Now PJ Puerta. PJ Puerta driven back in a tackle there by the Stormers now. Morne van der Berg waiting for it. Gets it out to Pieter Janse van Vieren. Driven back in the tackle again now. Chichuka. Good defense from the Stormers. Pick up and go from Frankie Horn. Frankie Horn 5 meters out from the try line. Now Morne van der Berg gets the pass out beautifully to Van Vieren again. Now Morne van der Berg go. Just a meter short as the Lions now at the moment. Just close to the stick. Pick up and go from Chachuka. Penalty advantage again. Here comes the leg drive from the Lions. Are they over the try line? Oh, what will the referee say? Held up. Oh, I think they must go upstairs for this one. Personally, I think they must go upstairs for this one. I think there might have been a try there. But the referee's going to blow on his whistle anyway for a penalty to the Lions here. But I think Ruan Smith might have scored that try. Let's just have another look here. Leg drive. No. Whoa, over the try line. Well, was that a double movement? Either way. But here comes the Lions again. Another tap and go from them. Chachuka now. Just 2 meters out from the try line. The ball has been ripped by the Stormers. And Namakaba wins the penalty for the Stormers there on the ground. Wow, wow, wow. Controversy all around here. With 15 minutes to play in this game. The Stormers win the penalty on their own try line. Rian Tron says van al die ouens wat op YouTube uitsaai is jy verder die beste. Thanks Rian, really appreciate the comment, man. So the kick downfield from the Stormers, finding touch between the 10 and the 22 meter line inside their own half here. Stormers, credit to their defense. Defense wins you matches, and that could easily have saved the day for them so far. Big moment, says Ethan. The throw in from JJ Kotze now. To the back they go, beautifully taken by Tiayamani now. Manny Lebok on a loop around Sasha Ngomezulu with a kick downfield. And straight into the hands of Andres Kutsia this time. He's got to send it back with interest now. As it's taken by Blomikis inside the 22. Now it's Ngomezulu again. Goes to the kick, looking for the 50-22. Finds Lombard. Lombard this time with a kick. And that's going to go straight into touch. It's going to be a line out to the Stormers just outside the 22 of the Lions. Big moment for the Stormers now. Well, yeah, it's going to find, well, roundabout on the 10 meter line of the Lions, sorry. JJ Kotze now with a throw in. Bernard says, stem die ander manne boring wat uitside. Thanks Bernard as well. And then Moersabas says, Stormers, you got this. This was massive. Right, so let's see what's going to happen with this line out. Big moment. With 14 minutes to play in this game. JJ Kotze needs to throw this one in and find his jumper. Right on the 10 meter line of the Lions. Can the Stormers turn this 5-point deficit around? The line out is wobbly from the Stormers. Marvin Nuri couldn't collect that ball, and it's been deemed to have been knocked on by him. So scrum down to the Lions on the 10 meter line inside their own half. Well, disappointment for the Stormers then, as they can't get that one. Andres could see for a reason, pro. That is not good. Yeah. True, Moersabas. Right, so it's going to be a scrum down to the Lions as Engelbrecht now also makes his way onto the field for the Stormers. Can he make a difference here for them going into the last 13 minutes of this game? Probably need to adjust the clock here, as we've run over almost a minute over the initial time here. So time is back where it should be, and scrum down to the Lions on their own 10 meter line inside their half. Lions gaan nou 40 punte kry. Wag vir hulle. Saai verwoesting vandag, says Pedro. Lineouts are a disgrace, says Ethan. Right, here comes the feed from Morne van der Berg now, just waiting for this ball to come out at the back here. Pressure on him as it comes out to Lombard now. Could see again with the kick downfield. One bounce and into touch. Roundabout on the halfway line here. Not the greatest of kicks there from Andres Kutsia though. But it does find touch, and it will be a line out to the Stormers right on the halfway line. Lions won't be too bothered by this. 12 minutes to play in this game. 22 points to 17. The Lions have a slim lead here at the moment. JJ Kotze now with the throw-in. Finds his jumper Ben Jason Dixon. Herschel Yankees now. Lebok. Oh, that might have been a forward pass. Straight into the hands of Dan du Plessis, but the referee says play on. And here they come now. Great breakout from Hartenberg. Up over the 10-meter line they go. Now it's Herschel Yankees here van Roos. Roos with a pass. Beautiful offload to Ben Jason Dixon. Up over the 22-meter line they go. Now Herschel Yankees. Willie Engelbrecht could go all the way. No, he's brought down 5 meters out from the try line. Support needed there for the Stormers. Herschel Yankees now. Back they come. Here's a chance. Aziz Sandi sets it up almost in the middle of the field. 5 meters out. Herschel Yankees. Lebok tries to go on his own. But the defense from the Lions, brilliant there. Pushing him back. Now Yankees again. Back to Clayton Blowikies, who's untouched for the try. And the Stormers gets the points. And it's a 22 all here with the conversion to come. Wow, where was the Lions defense on that occasion? I would say they might need to go upstairs to have a look at a forward pass way back. But I think the referee's not going to play it or going to bother to go upstairs. This is going to be a try to the Stormers and it's going to stand as well. Came in at a beautiful angle and left Marius Loaf in his wake there. Easy does it. Clayton Blowikies for the try. David Perry says, good morning from Canada. Thanks for the webcast. No problem, David. The conversion is over from Lebok and the Stormers regain the lead here in the second half. It's taken them 30 minutes, but they are back into the lead. And it's a 2-point game at the moment. Pedro says, net toe ek begin praat. And that's how you create tries. Ethan says, no, the team has the same vision as Weber. Very skewed, thank goodness. Right, so Lombard to restart this one with 10 minutes to play. It's a high-hanging kickoff. The chase coming from them. Beautifully taken by Sashin Gomezulu inside his own 22. Sets up the ruck for the Stormers now. Herschel Yankees waiting for this ball at the back. About 10 meters out from the left-hand touchline. Gets it out to Van Roos. Roos sets it up beautifully. Oh, has that ball been snatched by the Lions though? No, it's coming back for the Stormers right in the middle of the field. 15 meters out from their own try line is the Stormers now. Yankees will go with the pass back to Lebok, who puts it on the boot and finds touch roundabout between the 10 and the 22 meter line. Romania says give him flowers. Clarence says Rev won't bother with TMO because he already disallowed a genuine try. And then Lions one-dimensional, just tackling, no creativity. Could see it just kick and yeah, it's been pretty much that in the second half. Mursabas. So the throw in over the top and here comes, it's been stolen by the Stormers and now here comes Leland Zas. Leland Zas into a bit of space, tackled by Edward van der Merwe. Good tackle. Ball spills out the back though, and has that ball been played on the ground by the Stormers? Let's see what the referee decides here. Let's just see, it might be, yeah, it's going to be a knock-on from the Stormers. So scrum down to the Lions then. One could argue and say that there should have been a penalty to the Lions there for JJ Kotze playing it on the ground there. But either way, it is only going to be a scrum down to the Stormers then. Alfie Visser says, ek hoop die Leeuws maak nie weer droog nie. 3 punte weggegooi met kortskoppies. Kom Leeuws. Right, so scrum down to the Lions between the 10 and the 22 of the Stormers, about 10 meters out from the left-hand touchline here for the Lions. Morne van der Berg to feed this one in. Ethan asks, who's the ref today, Guru? So it is Judge Wenny who is the referee for today. Oh, massive scrum from the Stormers and they win the penalty there. Massive pressure put on the Lions there from the scrum and they get the accolades. Big scrum from Sazi Zandi and the rest of the prop forwards. So now a chance now for them to clear this ball. Great stuff from the Stormers. Just trying to seal this game off now. Manny Libok to kick this downfield for them. Libok with a kick, and he's going to find touch round about on the 10-meter line of the Lions. Wurzelbaas says 210 watching, only 50 likes. Come on, Mr. Guru is a boss. Thanks, Wurzelbaas. Right, so the throw into this line out now for the Stormers on the 10-meter line of the Lions. JJ Kotze to feed this one. Rushan asking, is Damien up? Damien is not playing today. Herschel Yankees now. Manny Libok, flat pass to Dan Duplessis. Up over the 10-meter line. Now comes back Namakaba. He's going to take it up between the 10 and the 22 for the Stormers now. Herschel Yankees now gets it out to Libok. Libok to Ngome Zulu. Ngome Zulu tries to cut through a couple of defenders. Good defense from Tachuka though. Now here van Roos. High tackle from Henko van Beek on him. It's a penalty to the Stormers. And in a very kickable position now, as young Henko van Beek gives away the penalty there for a high tackle. It's a pity because he's been really good today. The Stormers now have a decision to make with 5 minutes to play in this game. Or 6 minutes to play. Wurzelbaas says the Stormers will never defend. These guys will run all day as they put it to the corner 5 meters up from the try line. So here's a chance now for the Stormers to seal off this game with about 5.5 minutes to go. Alfie Visser says die Leeuws maak nou droog, hulle moet net sokkies optrek. Post second half for the Lions, now their own worst enemies. And the Lions is nie opgewasse vir dit wat nou kom nie. So let's see what's going to happen. 5 minutes to play. If they can stop the Stormers from scoring here, they still have a chance. If the Stormers score, it's game over. Marvin Uri takes that line out, and here comes the driving maul. Penalty advantage to the Stormers. As the Stormers now starting to get that driving maul going, and over they go. It's a try for Namakaba, and that should wrap up for Namakaba. And 29-22, the conversion to come. Will we maybe see a misconversion and a draw at the end of the day here? Maybe similar to the Rugby Challenge video that I uploaded earlier today. But the Stormers do get the try, and it's all over for the Lions. So let's see what's going to happen. The try scored by the Stormers. Brilliant try. Good driving maul. Gets the try. And Namakaba gets one for himself. 4 minutes to play in this one. 29-22, the conversion to come. Who's going to take the conversion? It's going to be Manny Libok to get this one. Alfie Visser says, ek was eintlik bang vir die tweede helfte. My meneer says, this is how you play rugby. So can Libok seal the deal here with about 4 minutes to play in this game? Can he seal this one off? Colin says, game set and match. Stormers, very poor second half from the Lions. 22-29 with a conversion to come. Taking his time with this one. 3.5 minutes to play. Libok to try and put this game beyond the Lions. Quan Horn trying to charge that one down, but it's not going to happen. The conversion is good, and the Stormers should have this game wrapped up in the bag. 31-22, we have about 3 minutes to play in this game. 3 minutes to play, 31-22. It is to the Stormers at the moment. Kick and kick more. That's Shillia in the preview as well, Wurzelbaas. So the kickoff, 22 now. Herschel Yankees back. It comes to Manny Libok. Goes high up into the air this time round. Who's going to be there to catch that ball? Nobody wants it. Quan Horn eventually knocks that ball on, I think. Comes back to the Stormer side. Herschel Yankees with the kick downfield, but he was in touch. So Let's just see what the call from the referees there. It's going to be a scrum down to the Lions though. First knock from the Stormers and then one from the Lions is Chachweni. So with 2 minutes to play, is there any hope left for this Lions side? Boersebaas says, Stormers, we love you. And then the Lions only perform against Welsh and Scottish side. They are nothing against South Africa and Irish sides, says James. Also CP23 says, wow, I'm in shock, did not see that coming, let's go Stormers. And then Alfie Visser says, Leeu's impakspelers was like my eindelijk tot hulle nadeel. Yeah, they're not a good second half from them. Boersebaas says the Lions playing like a real Australia coach team. Right, the scrum of the back, Morne van der Berg now gets it out to the backline charging on there through the forward. Sangweni now up to the 10-meter line. Brilliant tackle from Roos again. Now Tsenka van Wyk gets it out. Sangweni again. Now support there for the Lions. Morne van der Berg. Back it comes to Chichuka. Just up over the 10-meter line. Van der Berg again. Jelani Lombard. Oh, it's been intercepted by Sasha Ngomezulu. But offside and quickly taken by the Lions. And here comes Morne van der Berg. Here's a chance for the Lions. The bounce of the ball will tell. But it's Hartzenberg who's there first and knots the ball down. So a sneaky opportunistic little kick from Morne van der Berg. But in the end, just not working out for them. And they had to try something. And unfortunately for them, just not happening. With 30 seconds to play, the Stormers have got this one in the bag. Boersebaas says, how good is the commentary by the GOAT today? Welcome back, Mr. Guru. We miss you. Thanks, Boersebaas. And then Lucas Peterson says, this is pure class from the good team, Stormers up. So with 30 seconds to go, there is an injury to Marvin Nuri at the moment. So we're not going to stop the clock for that. There's about 15 seconds left of this game. Colin says, stem saam Erns, ek ook 'n Bull supporter. Ek is 'n Bull en ek kies dat almal die Stormers trap, maar hulle is net beter span en is pragtig om te kyk, says Erns. Which is true. They have been quite phenomenal today. Right, so Manny Libbok just to get proceedings back underway for one last start here, as I'm sure that the Lions will try and run this as much as possible. Here they come on the run. There's the Lions now between the 10 and the 22-meter line inside Stormers half. Morne van der Berg gets it out. A chance, Frankie Horn tackled by Willie Engelbrecht between the 10 and the 22. Van der Berg again, Giovanni Lombard out to Sangweni. Sangweni still going up to the 22-meter line they go. Now Morne van der Berg. Back it comes through the forwards, Giovanni Lombard. Back to Ruan Smith. 5 meters out from the 22. It's Namakaba who wins the penalty on the ground. Isolated was Ruan Smith. And that will wrap up this game for sure. Boersebaas says 1 meter away from try and you kick the ball away. Well, you had to try something, Boersebaas. Ethan asked, oh yes, Guru, I wanted to ask, can you be off the field anticipating a kick for touch from a penalty to the opposition and then run onto the field as it's kick and play on? Aren't you out of play? Yeah, that is true, Ethan, and I've got it that way. You're not allowed to run from outside, catching the ball to the inside. I think that they made a mistake. I think it was one of last week's games that they got it wrong. So that to answer your question, but congratulations to the Stormers full time here. They've done really well to win this game. And congratulations to them. 5 points on the table for the Stormers today. 31-22 victory in the end. And well deserved as well. So yeah, we're now going to get ready for the international game between Scotland and Australia. So I hope to see you guys back in a couple of minutes time. But until then, I hope you guys have a pleasant day.